Hi, how's everyone? I hope I find you all well. Thank you for returning. Hello, if you're new. Happy New Year, everybody. We've got Death Splits the Difference for Scorpio today. Any Scorpio placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Stellium, or whatever house you have Scorpio in that you're concerned about, this is their reading. Excuse me. Remember, not all messages will resonate for every person, so leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You are all at different points in the timeline. I like to say that I can read the script, but I can't tell you which individual character you all play or where you choose to stand on the stage, whether you are involved or you are observing. I can only read the energies. So what I do with the Death Splits the Difference is I go through the decks and I look for the death card and I pull the card in front of and behind it. And the card behind it is what is being transformed, because death is the transformer, something that's coming to an end in the state that you had known it to be in, and it is going to be changing. The card in front of death is what it's going to be changing to, or what new phase you're going to be going towards, what energies you need to be concentrating on after this situation is changes. Okay, so um, we're working with the First Light Tarot, the Tarot Familiars deck this time, the mini Rider-Waite, and again the Celtic Lenormand. So I have two piles here. I've got the one behind, the one in front, and then I've got three with the Celtic Lenormand for the bridging the distance energy, how you get from one state to the other. And then I have the stack for all the bottoms of the decks, which will tell us energies that are in kind of like under the surface, that they're influencing, but they're maybe not being felt yet or being ignored, something underneath the truth, something like that. So, Scorpio, all placements. What do we have here? I feel that we've been dealing a lot with lately in the other signs an idea of coming to a realization that something about what you've been doing hasn't been working. Something about the way you've been going about something has been wasted or not recognized as valuable, something about your efforts that hasn't been realized. And then now in this spread, we are continuing with that sentiment. Um, in front of or behind the death card here, we have a card from the First Light Tarot called Code, and that has to do with, now remember, the First Light deals with very much higher energies, like divine energy, cosmic energy, things that are moving that are a little bit above our control. Like we can feel them in the energy, but there's nothing we can really do much about them. So, Code, this card, I love this card because I don't come across it in this idea in any other tarot or oracle deck. And it's the idea that the way the universe communicates is not with human language. So if we can learn the symbolism of universal language, the collective unconscious, the synchronicities, the coincidences, the signs, those are all part of the coding. And when you can read the code, you can read the program. So this is a card of tapping into signs and synchronicities, um, your dreams, the symbols in your dreams, and paying attention to downloads. Okay. Um, on top of that, you got the Hermit in reverse, which means coming out of some kind of seclusion, coming out of some kind of deep thinking. It's a card of returning to yourself, returning to the self. Okay, like coming out of I don't want to say in illusion, because the hermit's not in illusion. The hermit is in seclusion to gain a higher perspective. So I feel like in reverse, it means now that you're coming out of that reflective phase, um, you've come up with some kind of new knowledge, new understanding, new realization, new aha moment, new inspiration, epiphany, or enlightenment. On top of that, you got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which again is the feeling of wasted resources. So, or effort, or money, or time, something that you invested. There was investment here, and there was um, careful uh, nurturing of that investment. But here it's in reverse. And this was a really hard realization to come to. And it came through in your higher self. It came through as a sudden epiphany from some other place within you. Nothing in the physical, nothing really in the logic. Well, maybe because of the pentacles, but all of a sudden it just hit you where you just came out of this realization like, this isn't working. This isn't working. I'm not getting out of it what I invested. I'm not getting, I'm not being heard. My resources, my efforts, my time, it's all been for nothing. It all feels like a waste. And that is in the cycle that's ending. So what has, it's almost like it's just transpired. You just came out of this um, hermit energy. You came back to reality, and you realize this Nine of Pentacles is in reverse. This effort is in reverse. It's not being realized or materializing the way you envisioned it, the way you put the effort, the way you worked towards it. It's not being envisioned. It's not coming to fruition the way you had planned. Now, on the other side of death, you have this very empowering card, power. Number 16 breaks down to a 7. This is coming to the understanding and, how do you want me to say that? It's like coming to a balance with reality, coming to an understanding about your reality. It also says solitude, which is interesting because you were here in the hermit energy, which is solitude and reflection, and then here it's in reverse, and then here in on the other side of this change, because once you come to this realization that this time and effort has been wasted, there's going to be a change. I mean, even if it's just as subtle as changing the energy in your own psyche, like, once you come to a realization, you can't unknow something. You can't unrealize something. So as soon as you get to that point, it all changes. That's the death card. And here in power, it feels like a very re-empowering kind of energy. It says, know your power and your place. There's power in a whisper. That means you don't have to exert much power to have it, to claim it, to be it. You don't have to be aggressive with it. You don't have to be in your face with it. Sometimes the calm power is more impressive, more decisive than very in your face kind of power. You know what I mean? Um, this is it also says power in solitude, meaning you're you've come into so much strength within your own um, decisiveness that you're okay in solitude, right? Also, when you do come into a realization of that, like uh, that your efforts had been wasted, and then you kind of cut that away, it is kind of a lonely feeling. You do begin a new cycle as just an island, once you decide to let go of whatever wasn't working before anything else begins to grow. It's kind of the in between time where you're a little, I won't say barren, but it's just solid, Solitary. I struggled to get to that word. I almost said solitudinous. Okay, on top of that, you've got the Page of Cups in reverse. This is like a feeling of insecure and vulnerable. Okay, and on top of that, there's the Three of Wands in reverse, and that is a change of heart or second guessing yourself. So I believe um, it's almost like that empowerment scares you a little bit. This realization scares you a little bit. It's too much. You're not used to it. Okay. Um, there is this reminds me a little bit of the Strength card. Now, that it the Strength card didn't come out in the rest of the cards, but it does remind me a little bit of the Strength card, because in the Strength card you have the Lion, which is the ego, and then you have the Empress, which is the intuition. And together they're well, they're not struggling, but they are working shit out, right? And the key to the Strength card is always peace in you, the balance between peace and power. And the Lion is the ego. It's strong, it's active, it's again, in your face kind of strength energy, which we were talking about earlier. And the Empress is more controlled, more nurturing, peaceful. And the key to strength is finding a balance between both, finding a balance between your power and your peace. And it's supposed to be something like knowing that there is peace. How do I put it? Find your power, find your power in your peace, and be peaceful in your power. Okay? So there's a kind of a balancing energy there, even though that strength card is Leo energy. There's a balancing there. You're trying to tiptoe a line between you're trying to tiptoe a line, rebalancing your energy, because you know now that um you have to take control, you have to take a stand for yourself. And with that Page of Cups in reverse and the Three of Wands in reverse, it's very unsettled. It's very insecure kind of energy. And because of that, you second guess yourself. Like, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe this isn't me. Maybe I need to go back. There was another reading before. I don't remember which one it was, if it was the moon reading or if it was Death Splits the Difference for Libra. But there was an energy of, maybe I need to go back. Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe I need to turn around. And I feel like that could be here too. I don't see the energy of turning back though. I just see unsureness of your new self. Now, in the bridging the distance cards from one to the other, how you get from one to the other. Underneath the first column here, Code, the Hermit reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles reverse, we have the card from the Celtic Lenormand, the Lord, again. I think this is like the second time he's made an appearance in the last couple days. This is very take charge kind of energy. This is a masculine leader, a friend or husband, father or partner. He's decisive and rational, mature and responsible. If this is not a separate person and this is you, Scorpio, then it's time to take charge, be confident, focused, and powerful. Again, the reconciliation of re-empowering yourself. Next to that, what did I want to say about the numbers? The card the Lord is number 28. Together they make 10. And 10 in the tarot is all the endings, the tens and the suits are the end of a cycle. It's the last card before the court cards, which means that particular journey has come to an end. The Lord could be equated to the Emperor, but not quite, I don't think. Well, maybe in this deck, it's the closest thing you have to the Emperor card. And the Emperor is all the kings rolled into one. So whatever this, and then you had a Nine of Pentacles here, which is almost the end, and then the Lord here, which is 10. There is definitely a decisive ending to a cycle where you put some effort in, and you were just getting all the signs and, all the I want to say information or communication, everything you needed to know came through that it wasn't working. So that's the end. You made that decision. Not only but the interesting thing was that the tens and all the suits are an end. There's an end to an emotional journey. There's an end to um, a psychological journey. There's an end to a financial journey and ambitious or active journey. All those things are coming to an end. The Ten of Wands, for example, is the laying down of a burden. The Ten of Cups is the realization of some emotional fulfillment. The Ten of Pentacles is the fulfillment of a financial journey, gaining your wealth and riches. And the Ten of Swords is the end of a very mentally strenuous journey. And that's all wrapped up into the Lord card here. But in the major arcana, number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. So even though it's got the energy of all these cycles coming to an end, the Wheel of Fortune reminds us that time marches on and everything is happening in divine timing. So it's kind of like I felt earlier that there was kind of a stubbornness to this Lord, where he didn't like the idea that these things were happening in divine timing. He wanted to be able to control the flow of how things went. And that's the idea of taking control that the card described. So there could be kind of a stubbornness here. There could be kind of a I know better than the divine. You know what I mean? If it's not that serious, then it's somebody who has come through this realization that their energy or their efforts were wasted, and now again with that power card coming into a re-empowerment, here he is in Lord energy taking control, being confident and focused. I get like strong Capricorn energy in this particular setup here. In the middle, we have the owls again. Lord and the owls again came out in one of the other readings in the same reading, and here they are together again. I'm not saying that they're working together, but the energy is definitely coming together. Now, the owls here to me corresponds with the code card, talking about dreams and symbols and downloads, the universal language of synchronicities and signs. And here we have the owls, which bring messages in the night under the moon. We have just come through a full moon. I think it's just like one sliver into waxing, and we're now in Leo, which was very ego driven energy, sun energy, what we allow to be seen. They always say that the sun illuminates the truth, but it actually illuminates the truth that we want others to see. It's the ego, right? And here here we have the Lord card. That's very empowering sun energy. But with the owls under the moon, This comes through as having to do with the code. You only get this kind of inner intuition, inner illumination by putting the ego aside, not ignoring it, not dismissing it, but just taking a moment to look behind it. What is behind that ego? And this is bringing messages in from the higher self. But um, most people hear it at night, especially in their dreams. That's why code came out, to show you to make sure to ask spirit for help in remembering your dreams, because the symbolism there, you can connect with ancestors and dreams, you can connect with your guides, with angels, you can connect with the archetypes of the collective unconscious. And when you learn to decode the symbolism, then you get the information. That's the programming aspect of it. If you can read the code, you can change the program. You can edit it. You can learn what it says, and you can go in and edit the program. It's very empowering. There's that empowerment for change again. And I feel like, especially with this, you were in hermit energy about this. And with the hermit in reverse, you're coming out of it with this new knowledge, with this new enlightenment, because you've got the owls here. It came in under cover of night, I heard. Now, next to that, back up 1 second. The owls is card number 12, and 1 and 2 add up to 3. For me, 3 is like odd, because you've got the 3 of Cups, which is celebration, but then you have the 3 of Swords, which is sadness. Then you have the 3 of Wands, which is crossroads, and we do have that there in reverse. And then you have the 3 of Pentacles, which is recognition. And the only thing I can think of that all of these things have in common is transformation. Again, Scorpio energy. There was a change. There was something, a new step, right? The 3 of Cups comes after the 2 of Cups, which was a choice in a connection. And then the 3 of Cups is celebrating. It's like a milestone. It's a milestone energy. And then the 3 of Swords is also a milestone, because it may be, every time you have endure a heartbreak, it changes you. It's a different path. Then the 3 of Wands is setting out on a new path, and the 3 of Pentacles is getting recognition that could be life-changing. So something about this information coming in with the owls, this return to the higher self. And remember, with the Hermit reverse, it was a return to self. This is deep perception, keen observation, sensitive. It's messages from the higher self. Again, I heard once you come to this realization, there's no going back. And then after that, you got the female rider. News approaches, messages, an announcement, movement, activity, a welcome visitor, a helpful earth angel, a spiritual guidance, and hope. So somebody is coming in with a message for you. This may be someone who's on the other side, coming in the night in your dreams, bringing you an idea, or they're showing me. Let me think how to say this. I don't know if anybody's experienced this, but I do often. Whereas there's an inner voice, and you kind of talk to yourself, and then sometimes the inner voice will give you an answer, right? that's what it feels like for some in the collective. I don't know who that will resonate with, but there's going to be something where in your dream you're going to, you know, you'll say a question and then somebody comes in and gives you the answer. Well, that's all just your higher self in dream symbolism. So it's like you're giving yourself the answer, but in a dream you it may look like another person. Also, it could be a passed on loved one or an ancestor. But if this is somebody, let me, because I was getting a different energy from this earlier. So let me just pause for a second. That's interesting. Hmm. But with who? With themselves. Okay. Um, so the feeling they're giving me here is you're going to have an opportunity to really take control for yourself. Okay, you're going to make very strong decisive action here. You, like I said, once you come to um this acceptance, like, oh my god, everything I was trying to do is not going to work. It's not going to work. And I feel like it's because of this some other person. Okay, that's side energy though. But you gotta walk a fine line here because there's empowerment and then there's seclusion. I don't want to say seclusion. It's like they're showing me don't get so stuck on being your own power that you don't see a help coming in. Not just help either. I feel like this could be new love. Got a female rider coming in. Your intuition almost tells you that they're coming, but your stubbornness might block the energy. And I feel like you're almost trying to give yourself too much power because you do feel vulnerable and insecure about this new position or this new circumstance that you find yourself in. So it almost feels like overcompensating here. It feels like my efforts were wasted and now I have to start over. And now I'm in a very unstable, I don't know which way to go because the Three of Wands is a card of embarking on a new journey, where the Two of Wands is like the crossroads where you choose the direction. The Three of Wands is where you begin your journey. You've chosen the direction and now you're going in that direction. But in reverse, you're going very tentatively. It's very unsure. You're second guessing yourself, you're getting cold feet, and you may be going through a change of heart about this. That's internally. But then you've also got this energy here of fighting yourself that you need to stay empowered. And this could almost bring in a blindsidedness where you don't want you don't feel you need, you're not looking for it, it's not in your uh, energy right now, that there could be something good coming in to love you through it, I heard. And it's like you kind of turned your back on that, but it's still in there bubbling in your higher self. Okay, and they're saying listen to that, listen to those messages, listen to those dreams because she's coming. And here we've got the female rider, number one card. So this is a new beginning, this is something new coming towards you here. I feel like like I was saying earlier with this Lord card breaking down to 10 and 10 being the Wheel of Fortune, that's divine timing. But the Lord, it feels like he is trying to pull the wheel in whatever way he wants it to go, and that never works. That never works. So as soon as you let the wheel go, it'll start spinning. Okay? But there might be some stubbornness here. It's like I didn't how do I want I don't want to say I don't want it to spin in that direction. I want it's not that's not even it. It's like I'm going to control which way my destiny goes this time. That's what I heard. But you're so busy trying to get your grubby hands on the Wheel of Fortune that you're ignoring these messages from your higher self about this incoming rider. This for others in the collective, I hear part of empowering yourself to make this change is to open up and allow yourself to accept this new help. Whereas your efforts to control a situation before didn't work, now you have to uh, deal with the idea that allowing someone else to help you will bring better results. Not only that, but this is someone who really, really cares about you. This is like a kindred. This is a friend. And she's coming in with news or messages, an announcement. She's a helpful spirit. Anything else? Mm. They said for some in the collective, you're just going to be so busy trying to be in this Lord energy, not even the stubborn ones, like that was separate. Those stubborn ones that are trying to control the wheel, that was separate from this message. The ones that are in this very rational, responsible, taking charge energy, that are a little bit more flexible. Oh, I lost it. Hang on. Say it again. Oh, Oh, okay. The empowerment that you feel after this cycle is actually what's going to help you open up to your higher self. And through that, that's how you're going to get the heads up that this beautiful young, not young, but beautiful female energy is coming towards you. Now, why do you think I think that it is going to be a new love, whereas you're kind of getting out of a financial situation that didn't go your way. It may have had to do with family. It may have had to do with a relationship. I don't get any other cups here. I got the Page of Cups, and that was just that insecurity feeling, that vulnerability, that not sure, if your heart is in it. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Because then on top of that, the Three of Wands in reverse is a change of heart. That's interesting. It's because here in the bottoms of the decks, I have the Lover's card, and that is a choice in a new love connection. It's not just a new love connection, but it's also could be a choice in something that it will bring you emotional fulfillment. That's not always another person. That's not always a love connection, but it's something that you have the choice to connect with something that is an emotional fulfillment. Now, how? Well, from the First Light Tarot at the bottom of the deck, you got Temperance, which is balance and combinations and miracles. And this is the mixing of it's just like recalibrating things. I always hear recalibrating route, like from the GPS, rerouting. I also hear let him cook. And that has to do with the divine. Now remember, we did have Wheel of Fortune energy here with the 10 on the Lord. Um, So something is being realigned. But this time you are actually involved in this with this temperance energy. And it's I love it because it's the inspiration to start trying things that maybe you didn't think to try before, that you were like, no, that's not going to work because I'm doing it this way and mixing it with this way, it's not going to work. Well, temperance is an energy of alchemy, and alchemy was the early chemistry where it was like, I have a little bit of this and a little bit of this, let's throw it in a petri dish and see what happens. That's the energy of temperance. Let's see what happens. Let's try it this way, and I'll try it with this person instead of that person. Let's see what happens. Let's do it this. I need to think of a different way to mix these energies, right? Combinations here, alchemy, putting things together, and seeing what sticks, seeing what ticks, and seeing what works. Now, the other thing that is interesting here is that you have the lovers and then you have the star twice. So this is heavy Aquarius energy. What else do we have? The lovers is Gemini, temperance is Sagittarius. We have you, of course, Scorpio. The Lord I always get is Capricorn. The hermit is Virgo. Page of Cups is Cancer. So the interesting thing here is I did post the picture of what the cards look like from above as the thumbnail. And you'll see that there was temperance, as that's the recombination of energies to try to get a different result. And then you have the star. And then you have the lovers. And then you have the stars. So for some in the collective, I feel like there is a choice in which path to take. Because the star is always redirection. It's not just redirection, it's redirection towards wish, your dreams, and what is it? Wishes and dreams. It's the North Star, it's your soul's direction, it's where you point your ship, where you point your attention. The star, you know what everything that the star um, represents. But mostly for me, it's the direction. Because, I mean, yeah, it means all those other things, wishes and dreams and hopes and stuff. But it's those wishes and dreams and hopes that we always are moving towards. So that is the direction that we're going in. So you've got two versions of the star energy here and the lovers in between. And the lovers is always a choice. So it's like really weird. You have a choice in love here. And if you're in that stubborn Lord energy, you're not going to sense it when it comes. I also heard somebody's heart has been hardened a little bit, especially after being taken advantage of. And whoever, I feel like whatever situation that you were being taken advantage in was really, I don't want to say it was secret, but you didn't really see it. There was something that you came to your senses about, right? But there was nothing really tangible that you could point to until you had this epiphany. And then all of a sudden, with the Pentacles energy in reverse, then all of a sudden you saw all the tangible proof around you. And reclaiming that power again, that Knave of Cups in reverse. I heard my heart's not in another. How do you say it? I heard my heart isn't in another round, which means I don't. My heart's not in another go around with this. So don't go around with that person then again. Somebody new is coming in. Oh, is that the backtracking? That change of heart. Someone new is coming in. There's a change of heart here. Now all of a sudden there's a choice between two paths. You can't have both. I heard you. Maybe I can have both. You can't have both. It's like one star in one direction, and then and they're both facing opposite directions with these two. Let me see if I can show. Oh, songbirds underneath again. Those three cards coming up. Songbirds underneath. That's a beautiful message. I'm not gonna sing. Should I sing? No, not yet. Oh, they said no, not yet. I was like, oh my god. So here, let me show you how this looks. We got the tarot familiars with the star. We got the lovers, and then we got the Lenormand stars. You see this? It's a choice. And look, the rabbit is looking one way, and the sailor is looking the other. So you have a choice to go in one direction or the other. How do they decide? Oh, okay. Hang on. That doesn't say much. I'll get to that. Okay, now I know because I peeked. All right. So you've got the lovers in the middle, and you've got two star cards looking different ways, right? So you're thinking, how do I know which one to choose? Okay. Well, under one of them, you've got the songbirds. Maybe they sing. Who knows? Um, but this is messages and communication. This is excited talking, chit chat. This is negotiations. This is friendly energy. This is like, oh my God, chit chit, Twitter. Oh my God, this is friendly gossip, friendly communication. Um, all right. Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. Three little birds perched on my doorstep, singing sweet songs of a melody pure and true. And they're saying, this is our message to you. And the message is, what's the rest of the song? Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. So that's what this person is coming in. Behind one of the directions is a female rider who's coming in, who is singing everything's gonna be all right. Okay? Even if it's not, I'm here now, here I am, blah blah blah. Everything's gonna be okay. It could just be somebody coming in going, hey, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna do this, you're gonna be great. Now underneath that is the moon. Okay, now I'm not going to go much further. Underneath that is the moon, and that has to do with the the owl card. This is intuition. I heard sweet. This is sweet. I heard. This connection is sweet. There's a spiritual side to this connection. I heard you hear that singing in your dreams. This could be somebody you know, and your part of your heart is looking in their direction. Now, here's the other part, the other star. Underneath that is the high priestess in reverse. The high priestess in reverse for me took on a new meaning when I got the tarot of the divine, because in the tarot of the divine, the high priestess is Scheherazade, and Scheherazade, she extended her own fate. She extended a situation by telling stories every night for 1,001 nights. And so this has a feeling of somebody who is maybe a Pisces, but whatever truth they're spinning at you is made to divert you. It's not lies, because her stories weren't lies. They were just woven to occupy you. Okay? So whatever this other star energy is, this other choice, this other direction for you, Scorpio, this other direction is not the truth. Um The other meaning of the high priestess for me is how she sits between a pillar of black and white. One pillar is black, one pillar is white. The symbolism is the truth is in between the black and white. But this is in reverse. So no matter what she tells you, no matter what you think is black and white, you are never going to get on the other side of that curtain. That is hidden, that's not accessible. So even though in the other card, the Scheherazade, she was the king's, the king married her. So she was technically his wife, but there was no love there. It was for self-preservation, okay? Because I believe in that particular story, that king had gone mad and he was just marrying women to kill him. And she was like, when it got to her turn, he had pretty much gone through the rest of the village. So she was like, fine, I'm going to stop this guy. And so let me, I'll marry him. So she married him. And then every night that he came to her to fulfill the promise, she would sit and tell him stories. And then by the time she was done with the story, the sun would come up, another day, a night had passed, that he didn't get laid. And he was like, fine, but the next time I come back, we're gonna, fulfill our contract. And she's like, that's fine. Then when he would come back and it would be like, okay, now can we get to start our business? And she's like, oh, but don't you want to hear the rest of the story? Don't you want to hear what happened after that? And then he was like, yeah, I kind of do. And so he'd fall for it and he'd let her talk fancy words to him all over again. And by the time she was done, the sun was coming up, another night had passed, and nothing came to fruition, right? It was self preservation. So I feel like whatever that other direction is, she's just feeding you things that's going to keep you on the hook. And why is that? Well, let's look underneath. Four of Wands in reverse. The Four of Wands is the foundation of a future home and hearth. It's the four pillars, it's the four corners of what is so going to be a new home. It's the Four of Wands is like the wedding kibbutz. Did I say that right? I'm so sorry if I offend any Jewish or any Jewish viewers. I hope to God I got that word right. A kibbutz. It's the archway under which you get married, and it symbolizes the point where you are going to now build that home. Okay. Well, it's in reverse. So that's what she's doing. There's nothing that's going to come of this other person. Then this person here under the songbirds and the moon, it's like the song that they sing for you is so sweet. Um and I think in your heart you know that that's a good choice. Even if, how do you want me to say that? Oh, so your heart may have been set on that other person, the high priestess in reverse. And that's why you're not even looking at the one that's the songbird, right? Well, you are, but it's like you're kind of missing it. It's in the moonlight. You'll see it. Yes, I heard that. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. Absolutely. But you got to let your ego get out of the way. That Lord energy there. Got to let your ego get out of the way. Because this has nothing to no, say it different. I kept hearing this is underneath the ego or the surface. This is underneath the surface. This is underneath the mundane day-to-day 3D stuff is their energy. I don't know. I really hope this is resonating because sometimes I feel like a lot of these messages are just disjointed. So I hope this resonates. Hang on, a little bit more. Aha! Oh, yeah. So under the lovers, we've got the Four of Cups in reverse. Now the Four of Cups is apathy. It's like you're already kind of involved in something else and it's fine. It's not like, I mean, they're full and they're upright, these other three cups, but you're kind of looking at it like this isn't really fulfilling anymore. Remember the 3 of cups is that celebratory with the friends. It's I always say the 3 of cups is the honeymoon phase because it comes after the 2 of cups. The 2 of cups is the connection. The I like you, you like me, let's do this. The 3 of cups is, hey guys, this is my new girlfriend, this is my new boyfriend, this is my new wife. Let's celebrate, and everybody's happy. Oh my God, I can't believe it, you guys. You know, let's have drinks. Let's go party. And it's the celebration phase after the connection. And the 4 of cups, here's the 3 cups put down on the ground. Everybody's left the party, and you're like, oh, what is this? Like they said, post nut clarity. It's like it's not as dire as oh my God, what did I do? It's not like that. It's more like this really isn't kind of what I pictured it was supposed to be. This kind of isn't what I thought. Like, you know what I mean? And then so this other choice is coming in from the divine. That Ace of Cups is, well, if you don't like this setup, then you're free to take something else, right? And this is an energy of, man, I don't know, it's fine. It's like it's not fireworks and rom-coms, you know, it's not Disney love, but I mean it's fine, right? It's like a person who's like I can't really see a reason to uproot this because it's fine. But the divine is like Ace of Cups. This is like a new opportunity. Come on, this is divine, right? And this is an energy of, man, I don't know. But luckily, that's in reverse. So this is definitely a clarity. Like I said, post nut clarity. This is clarity. What else does this say? Awareness and. Ooh, boy, I wrote that tiny. But yeah, you're coming to the realization that there was something there, the choice, because it's under the lovers. Then you got the 4 of cups in reverse, which is that post nut clarity. And then behind that is the 8 of cups, which is moving on from something that's not emotionally fulfilling. Okay, now remember, you have 2 different directions here. So under one star, you've got that high priestess in reverse that's just feeding you bullshit. And under her, you've got that 4 of wands in reverse, that foundation is not solid. Then here under the stars in this other direction, you've got the songbirds, which is messages of friendly messages, and then the moon. And the hidden. It's like the intention is hidden. Okay? And then you had temperance here, which is the balancing of it says miracles too, so there might be a miracle. It's like something like that Ace of Cups coming in, because temperance, she's mixing 2 cups. So it's like a miracle combination is that Ace of Cups coming in and dipping a little bit. You're going to get spiritually Mickeyed. You're going to get spiritually roofied. And I believe it has to do with whoever this female rider is. With the message, because we got messages twice. We got message with the songbird, that's a friendly communication, loving friendly communication. This is somebody who's got your back. This is someone in your corner. This is someone who sees the best in you. And then female rider here, this is someone who is a helpful earth angel. And I feel like because you're in this re-empowerment of I just got out of this thing that drained me dry, this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, where my shit was wasted and drained, and I'm working on myself right now. And it's like, you're not even going to consider the other one. That's what I'm getting, Scorpio. Wow, that was a ride. And we're getting way past the time that I wanted. So we're going to get one angel oracle message. One, just one, for Scorpio's Death Splits the Difference. The lady! Look at that, a matched pair. The lady came out one other time. The Nine of Pentacles in the upright. Female rider. Oh my God. This is enjoy growth and reap your rewards. Look at that. So we had the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which was no reward because you were being sucked dry, right? Yeah, this was like somebody just vampiring your energy here. And now we've got the lady. Look at that. The Lord and the lady, a matched pair. Again, probably Capricorn energy since it's the Nine of Pentacles. So enjoy growth and reap your rewards. It says, reap what you have sown and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Grow and grow and expand in all areas of your life. Fertility, growth, and abundance are all imminent when the lady arrives in your life. Ooh, could she be arriving as a female rider? What did you want to tell me about that? Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll get back to that. Just remind me. The lady arrived, all the seeds you have planted are coming to life, and there are plenty more rewards to come. In a material sense, this card can represent financial security and comfort. It shows that there will be more than enough to go around. See? I wanted to say A and C at the same time. If you are making business deals or testing intentions to create financial growth, this card indicates a considerable amount of monetary success. The lady can also usher in other forms of abundance, opportunities, marriage proposals, and even the birth of a child. She will help you respect nature and connect with its forces in order to have a genuinely supported journey through life. Hey, so what I'm getting from this is, leave behind the High Priestess in reverse. This female rider coming in, she's only coming in with a satchel. Doesn't have much, but I feel like they're telling me power couple energy. Okay? With this female rider, she's not directly coming in with riches, but her entry into your life will help you grow those riches. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I hope this is resonating, and I hope the messages are reaching you for your highest good. If you're vibing with my content, please take a moment to leave a like, subscribe, leave a thumbs up, share my video. It helps the algorithm get my content seen. In the description, you'll find my email and donation links. I'm open for personal readings and birth chart inquiries. And for any small donation, I would love to do a 3-card thank you spread for you as a thank you. My email, my Venmo, my Cash App are in the description, and I appreciate any and all feedback, signal boost, or donation. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Let's get some final messages. I'm trying to keep this under an hour. Final messages for Scorpio's Death Splits the Difference, please. They're telling me the idea of this split the idea of this split path, because you did have the Three of Wands here. The Three of Wands is embarking on a new path, but in reverse, it's a change of hearts, because there is another opportunity here. There is another choice. Oh, look at that. Now she's in the upright. Wow. What did you want me to say about that? Now I lost it. Okay. Okay. A couple more? Just a couple more. Ah. Oh, I'll take that one. Anything else? Oh, just these two. Okay. All right. Let's see here. We've got what fell out first. Wait, what fell out first? Free yourself. So you've got this free yourself, time to take back your life. That goes along with this Lord energy because it's taking charge and being confident. Okay. Then we had the High Priestess, this time upright. So that could be this female rider coming in, where one of them was in reverse in their detriment, telling you lies. This one is coming in with songbird energy and telling the truth. This is also, if this is your energy, this is the idea of sacred knowledge, knowing the truth. This is the divine feminine, deep intuition. That's the owl energy, guardian of the subconscious, spiritual wisdom, and high spiritual abilities. Oh, they're telling me that that high spiritual ability is connected to whoever this female rider is. They're just keep telling me that that connection, there's an intuitive spiritual connection there. Okay? I feel like part of you has ignored it, Scorpio. Let's see. After that, you got the dice, which is taking a chance, rolling the dice, and then, okay, so now remember I told you that you've got split paths here. You've got two different stars, and you're looking in two different directions, and you have a choice of lovers, okay? Now it's saying roll the dice. That could be dangerous, right? Because what if the dice point you to that High Priestess in reverse that's got that Four of Wands in reverse? That feels like a broken home, honestly. The Four of Wands is the establishment of a beautiful future foundation, and it's in reverse, which means it's a broken promise, a broken future, a broken home. Okay, so be careful. You have the key, which is once closed doors may now be opened. You have the answers. That could be that intuitive answers there. You have influence here with that could be this Lord energy also though. Male family member, and usually when this comes through, this is someone who's passed on, and they can remember I was talking about pay attention to your dreams because that's where your past loved ones communicate with you. I feel like somebody with a passed on male relative will make contact in your dreams. Okay. We've got fruition. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of Pentacles. This is that which you planted is or intended to is ready to harvest or close to it. That goes along with the lady energy. Something is coming to fruition, right? Um, Younger Empress energy. Something is still you got to give me a better word than that. What I heard is something is still nurturable. Like there's still life in it. And then here's that it says be okay with not knowing for sure what might come next, but know that whatever it is, you will be okay. Oh, where did I hear that before? You're going to be okay. That female rider coming in with the songbird energy. Very supportive. And it's almost like here she is under the stars going, I'll go that way with you. Heck yeah. I'll get in that boat. Let's do this. Yeah. So that's what I have. Now I've been over an hour. Jeez, I hate when I'm sorry I rambled. There was a lot of information coming in at once and I tend to stutter when that happens, so I apologize. Now we're over an hour. So that's for you, Scorpio. Your death splits the difference. You've come to the realization that something you put an effort into has not come to fruition, and now um, you have two paths to choose from, and you may be feeling vulnerable and second second guessing yourself about it. Okay, that's what I have. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I'll be back later tomorrow for the moon reading. The moon has gone into Leo. I also wanted to do something else. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out in the next couple days. Until I see you again, thanks for sticking with me. Okay, thanks. Bye.